I was very much a closeted transvestite, but I sated my urges by being active on a variety of trans forums and chat sites. Every so often, I'll do a proximity search to see if there are any new girls in my area. I've been very close to meeting some in person, but always bailed at the last moment. I live alone. I have a good job and a good circle of friends, but deep beneath my every thought is the female me, Ava. One night, dressed in lingerie, I was casually chatting online. I noticed a new name had entered the chat, so I double-clicked on them to check out their profile. She was very similar to myself. Age, likes and dislikes, and oh my God, she's listed as being in my town. I tentatively reached out saying hi. Instead of returning with a hello, she replied asking if I'd ever heard of W&P Financial Services. I slammed my laptop closed. I broke out in a cold sweat. W&P is where I work. Unnerved, I pulled at my lingerie, casting it aside, reality filling me with guilt and shame. For the rest of the evening, I tried to distract myself with more mundane tasks, but with little success. The next day at work, the photocopier was broken. I wandered over to one of the many other departments to use another. The office I entered was unoccupied except for one other person using their copier. He was a basic office drone like me, shirt, tie, etc. Just another guy at work. We exchanged pleasantries, nothing out of the ordinary, and I returned to my office. Relaxing after work, I checked in on my chat profile. 2 new messages. One from last night read, "Was it something I said?" And another was from within the last hour. This may not make any sense, but can I ask if your photocopier is fixed yet? Not having pleasured myself, my girly feelings were bubbling up inside me, and I felt emboldened to reply. Hi, so sorry about last night. Connection problems, smiley face. Yeah, I know W&P. And as strange as your question may seem, yes, the photocopier is still broken, laugh out loud. I checked out her profile again. Natasha prefers Tash. Very pretty. Perfect makeup. A new message appeared. Meet me at lunch? Reception? As boys, obviously. My heart was beating fast. My hands shook as I typed a reply. Okay, I'm scared, but yes. She replied immediately. Me too. We both signed off with kisses. The next day at lunchtime, I waited in reception. I saw him walking towards me, recognizing him from the photocopier yesterday. He approaches me and softly says, "Ava?" I flush, red with embarrassment, and struggle to speak, timidly nodding yes in response. Heading outside, we sit at a picnic bench away from the lunchtime crowds. I speak first. So this is really happening? Looks like it. Do you feel weird? He asks. Still shaky, I reply. I'm not sure I'm capable of doing this. I've kept everything locked up inside me for so long. I understand, believe me. Ava, we're the same, he says. The mention of my femme name strangely eases my nerves. Thank you, Tash, I reply, stumbling a little on his feminine name. We make simple office small talk for a while when suddenly, Tash gets an idea. Want to do something totally girly? Tash stands up. Come with me, he requests. I follow him towards the men's washroom. He turns back to me and I eye him nervously. Don't worry, nothing like that on a first date, he laughs. Want to know a secret? I always wear a panty liner in my underwear. It makes me feel special. It helps me feel like a girl. Want to share? We can be true girlfriends and refresh our panty liners together. I'm speechless. Tash looks around, then leads me inside. Thankfully, there's no one there. Do you wear panties to work, Ava? Tash asks. Yes, basic cotton briefs. Nothing fancy, just in case someone sees them, I reply. Perfect, Tash exclaims. We enter cubicles next to each other. Tasha's hand reaches over the top of the stall and hands me a pad in its packaging. Right, girlie, drop those trousers. Slip your panties down to your thighs and open up your pad, he instructs me. We can't help but laugh as we noisily crinkle the wrapping of the panty liners. I can't believe I'm doing this, I say breathlessly. I position the sanitary pad into my briefs. I then pull them up my legs into place. The thickness of the pad up against me feels so good. As we exit our cubicles, we tuck our work shirts back into our trousers and straighten our ties. Oh, Tosh, I say, overcome with emotion. I know, sweetie, Tosh replies warmly. I suddenly realize the time. Oh my God, I've got to get back to work. Lunch tomorrow? Chat online tonight? Why don't you grab some panty liners after work? Tosh giggles. We laugh and lightly hug. Although despite what we've just shared, we can't quite shake the fact that we're still two men in business clothes. After that day, our relationship quickly escalates, becoming fast friends. At work, we talk in code, as if Tash and Ava are our girlfriends. We try to be careful, but we can't help a quick girly hug and a kiss on the cheek if we have a moment alone. Outside of work, it is a completely different matter. Tash was only renting his apartment, so he moves in with me. We aren't quite lovers, more gal pals with benefits. We sleep together, we dress together, we do each other's makeup, we wash each other's hair and shave our legs in a shower together. It's total sissy, girly, tranny heaven. One evening, when leaving work, we step into an elevator together. As the doors are about to close, a colleague steps in. Hey guys, whew, thank God it's the weekend. Any plans? No, not really thought about it, we reply together. He goes on to talk about cycling and his new bike. As he exits and the doors close, we burst into laughter. We know exactly what we're doing this weekend. Shedding our male selves and becoming beautiful women. All I ever think about is me and Tash. Me and him, me and her, Ava and Tash, Tash and Ava. It feels like love. One weekend, things take a big step when Tash announces that he has received a package. A package containing female hormones, needles, patches, gels, and pills. I get so swept up in Tasha's excitement that I dive in right alongside him, beginning a routine of daily medication. It isn't too long before one morning, as we're getting ready for work, I realize how much we've changed. We stand side by side and look at our naked feminized bodies, softening skin, small breasts, and our boy parts shriveled down to buttons of flesh. We hug and press our bodies together, our budding breasts and moist buttons touching. We both sob a little, breaking down from a combination of shock and euphoria. Tash starts to move faster with his feminization, his clothing and appearance becoming more female than male at work. By association, that brings me into all the gossip about him, and suspicions about myself soon arise. I get called into HR and am asked if there's anything I would like to disclose. I take a thoughtful breath but then answer, "No, not yet." As I leave, I'm surprised to see Tash sat waiting to go in. He winks at me, and I mouth to him, "Good luck." Later that week, I receive an email from a female associate saying that there is a leaving party for one of the other girls, and they wondered if I'd like to attend, maybe bring my friend. APS is added at the end. Dress code, short skirts and glitter, winking emoji. Tosh and I attempt to keep low profiles at work, but we know that attending the party will change everything. Getting ready on the night of the party, we take our time, helping each other look our best. Standing naked, we hold each other and gently massage each other's buttons. Thin, watery liquid floods our hands. Our buttons now soft, we tuck each other into our panties, applying thick maxi pads within them. We dress fully, no excuses, no half measures. Approaching the party, we take one last look at each other before making our grand entrance. We link arms, take deep breaths, and step into a whole new world as beautiful women.